That deadline fast approaching. Those who want to get a constitutional amendment on the November ballot must have their petitions turned in by next Tuesday. Tonight, an 8 on Your Side investigation into how far some are willing to go to meet that deadline, even if it involves cheating. Good evening, I'm Keith Cate.
And I'm Stacy Scheibel. Thank you for joining us. The Pinellas County Supervisor of Elections was the first to sound the alarm about petition fraud in the push to expand gambling in Florida.
And tonight, more supervisors are reporting a flood of invalid petitions. That means some people are breaking the rules, trying to manipulate the petition process. And we want to know what's being done to stop it. 8 on Your Side investigator Masa Saidi back tonight with a follow-up to her ongoing investigation.
Yeah, that is right, Keith and Stacy. Now, this is what we are talking about. It's a constitutional amendment petition form. People sign it and off it goes. Last week, we found evidence that many of the people signing this form do not exist. What's worse, tonight, we have learned some of the people in charge of getting the signatures don't exist either, and that's against the law.
These are not the voices of our voters.
Pinellas Election Supervisor Julie Marcus was the first to sound the alarm about likely phony petitions for a proposed amendment to expand casino gaming. Tonight, we've learned the suspected fraud extends to at least 6 Bay Area counties. Petitioners believe to be manipulating the process by filing fake forms instead of gathering the signatures of real voters.
What's happening is you potentially have a person creating people and filling out forms and pretending as though they're voters.
Have you ever seen alleged fraud on this level before?
As supervisor, I have not seen this.
By law, the people who get paid to collect signatures must register with the Florida Department of State, giving their name and address. I got the information for 2 petitioners accused of committing crimes against voters, so I went to track them down. One petitioner states that they live at 9302 Park Boulevard. Now, we have walked up and down the street looking for a home, but we found nothing but a wall. Different petitioner.
Head west on 15th Avenue South.
Same story. This wasn't a real address. It says I'm 46 feet away. 36.
You've arrived.
The Pinellas Property Appraiser's website confirms there's no building at the alleged home of 2 Florida petitioners. Tonight, it appears these criminals aren't just filing fake forms with supervisors, but also fake identities with the state. So again, these petitioners are filing invalid addresses with the Florida Department of State. The question tonight, is anyone watching over this process? We reached out to Secretary Laura Lee's office yesterday at the Florida Department of State, and we have not received a comment yet. But I can tell you guys, multiple investigations, including a criminal investigation, is underway.
So, Masa, I understand not all of these rejected petitions are fraudulent. In fact, sometimes they're just missing information.
Yeah, that is exactly right. But just so we are clear, we are focusing our investigation only on petitioners accused of committing fraud. Their identity is a public record, and we have asked the Department of State to release that information so we can stay on the story and keep knocking on those doors. And
if we actually find out who's doing this, they're in a lot of trouble. I mean, this is against the law. They could be prosecuted for sure. All right, thank you. Stay on it. Masa Saidi right there. If you have something you'd like her to investigate, you can call the 8 on Your Side helpline, 1-800-338-0808.